Hi, this is Josh with Scout Reviews.
And I'm Travis.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget.
Hey, welcome to Scout Reviews. I'm Josh.
And I'm Travis.
Today, we're doing the spots. Irish whiskey. Still pot, I believe.
And we like Irish whiskey.
Single pot still whiskeys. So, now, these particular ones, some of them are very difficult to find.
Yes.
They're not technically allocated, but they might as well be.
Yeah, well.
So, green, now, rundown on price. The green spot is about $60. Again, I'm going to try and stay just a little bit above MSRP with my pricing when I'm doing this, but know that in certain areas, some of these are 3 times MSRP.
Yeah, I've seen them. I've seen the green spot up to 180.
Yeah, which is so stupid. And then we have the yellow spot. That's $100. Then now we're a little out of order compared to what we normally do, but then we have the red spot, which is a $200 bottle.
Okay.
And then the blue spot, which is a $130 bottle.
Now, why do you have these out of order? I thought we talked about this.
So the blue spot is cask strength.
And that is why.
And that is why. Because, you know, we're going to do a review. We don't want to be washed out by the alcohol proof, you know, before we get to the red spot.
Yeah.
You know, which is supposed to be, you know,
a
chef's kiss kind of thing. So
I'll be interested.
That is why.
I mean, you and I have done a few. Well, we did 3 different Irish whiskeys, and
we've done more than 3.
Yeah, we did. I quite like Irish whiskey. It's I believe it's a 3-year aging process at least, at minimum, and they're barley malts. And generally, I find Irish whiskey to be a little more on the sweet side.
Well, these 3 have an age statement.
Okay.
This one does not, though it does say it's, I do believe.
I'm just saying at least. That's a general rule for Irish whiskey. I'm not saying that's how old these are, just in case, before y'all get in the comments and blast me. I'm aware these have age statements. I'm just saying that's the rule for Irish whiskey. It's a longer process.
Okay.
Does that tell us what it's blended with, or does it just kind of give us a blend or no age statement kind of thing?
It just kind of goes into what it is.
Nice. Well,
and I'll put all that in the description.
Triple distilled.
This is from, I believe it's Mitchell & Sons. Is that correct? That would be the bottom.
Mitchell & Sons, yep. Yeah, these are hard to find. Honestly, I find the green spot and the yellow spot on occasion. I find them at WB Liquors, Specs, Total Wine. I have never seen a red spot, and I have seen a blue spot once.
So I've seen plenty of these. I've seen a total of 2 of these, and one of them's right here.
Okay.
The other one I was told I would sell it to you, but I've already got another customer that's supposed to be picking it up. And then I've seen 2 of these, and I own both of them.
Nice.
So,
well, there you go. Yeah, I've only seen one, and I didn't actually get it, and I'm kind of kicking myself. But anyway, we will go from there. I'm kind of curious. So
all right.
I can start pouring from this end
yes,
if you like.
Sir. We're going to start with the green spot.
This is your, what is it, $60-ish?
Yep, 40. It's 40 alcohol by volume or 80 proof.
Nice light pour there.
One of our Irish whiskey videos, it's basically $30 bottles. And our favorite ended up being the Teeling small batch.
Yeah.
Now, you had that in the Tullamore Tide.
The Tullamore 12,
Tullamore, yes.
But that would have an age statement as a 12.
Yep.
Good value.
And those 2 were a tie for you.
Yeah.
For me, it was just straight up the Teeling.
That tie still stands, by the way. It really depends on what you eat beforehand, but either one is really good, and I've enjoyed both. Less of them left than you'd imagine.
Now, I smell this, and I immediately think Jameson.
Yeah.
It's my immediate thought is Jameson.
I get a lot of vegetable peel.
Vegetable peel? That is vague and disturbing.
No, I'm thinking like a squash, zucchini, even cucumber.
Okay,
Little
so
grass, ginger, very green vegetable
and long.
forward. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good smell though. It's a good smell. It's fresh. It's kind of rounded. You get the malt, obviously, but
So it's got a slight Scotch smell to it.
it should. It's barley.
It should. It's
Barley malt.
barley.
I kind of like that smell, honestly. It's a nice, fresh, vegetable forward smell. I know it sounds weird to say that about a whiskey, but it's interesting.
That is so vegetable forward sounds wrong.
It does.
It just sounds wrong.
But it's the best way I can think of to describe it to the viewers. Kind of let them know I'm not getting the fruit. I'm getting a vegetable, savory.
See, I'm getting fruit. I'm getting the stone fruits, the plum or the raisin.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that's what's forward. Now, I do get some of the vegetable. I don't know if zucchini is what I would say. That really seems a little off to me.
Yeah, I like the smell.
Similar, but a little off.
It's nice and it's nice and fresh though.
I don't mean this is off. I mean it's not a zucchini.
Smell. Yeah, no, it's hard to place. Zucchini bread.
Zucchini bread. Yeah,
I mean you get that wheat, you get the barley, kind of grainy flavor to it and smell, but I like it though. It's kind of a fresh. I'm curious about tasting it. You ready?
Yeah.
I'm curious about this. The more I mention zucchini bread, the more I'm getting the zucchini bread now.
That's different.
The savory kind of notes that I was speaking to carry through the flavor.
It's savory, but when you first drink it, it's super sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes into a savory.
You know, I quite like that. That's good.
It's okay.
That's good. I mean, yeah. But
okay.
What I said about zucchini bread really carries through.
It does.
And I know
it's weird that you kind of stumbled.
That is what I was getting with the zucchini, though. I was like, what is this? This is an odd. And that is exactly what it is. And it carries through. I really hope I didn't screw up on the flavor profile, but
I agree.
It's kind of fun.
It's you drink it and you think green.
Mm-hmm.
Not because it's Irish, but because of, plants.
I quite like that, honestly. That's.
I think it's okay. It's not really my wheelhouse.
No worries.
But it's good.
It is good.
I can tell it's quality. Now, myself, would I pay $60 again for it? I don't think it's worth $60. Maybe $40.
Well, here's the thing.
But that's not going to be too far off.
And I hate to do this in the video here, but I would invite you guys to go back and look at our original Irish video, Irish whiskey video. It's on St. Paddy's Day. Tullamore 12 is what, 45, 50?
Roughly.
And then Teeling is about
30.
39. Well, 30 to 35. Yeah, they're both, I would say on par, if not
or better.
Better. Yeah, it depends on your flavor profile. If you like
better.
This is a little more savory. Those are a little more sweet. Either way, they're good, but just keep those price points in mind when you're looking at this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That being said, I would buy a bottle. I would buy a bottle of this.
I am looking forward to the next bottles based off this one. So
I would buy a bottle of this, though. I would.
Okay.
It's good. It's good.
Not too bad.
No.
Now, there is a gold spot, which is, that one's let's just call it a myth.
Mm-hmm.
The unicorn.
I've never seen that one.
I've seen it online as a picture, and that's it.
You know what, though? I have seen Green Spot for 45. And
where?
Well, in LaGrange, Hill Country. Little
LaGrange?
Yep.
Middle of nowhere?
Middle of nowhere, folks. That's what you do. Go on a road trip, stop at a liquor store.
That's probably MSRP is 45.
Mm-hmm. You got me into going to these little places, though. Josh is really good at scouting out these little out-of-the-way liquor
where I
stores.
Find a lot of stuff.
I know you find stuff.
So this is a 12-year.
Okay. Price point on this one again?
100.
Okay.
Expensive 12-year.
Very expensive 12-year. Ooh, the nose gives me good hope, though. I get orange and vanilla right off the bat.
See, that's much better.
Mm-hmm. It's what you expect from an Irish whiskey. An Irish whiskey, in my opinion, the ones I've had, and again, it's limited. I haven't had that many, but I've had a few. I find them a little more sweet, a little more citrus forward sweet.
Okay.
Not sweet as in cough syrup sweet. I'm talking like just that's the flavor profile they provide. And that it's pleasant. It's enjoyable.
Sweet.
What do you think?
What do I think? I
I
like
I like
nose. I'm trying to piece it together because I'm just getting the sweet up front.
A lot of apricot. What did you say?
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
I don't really eat apricots.
Apricots. Yeah.
It's not really something I have very often. So
I like the nose though on that. That's pleasant.
So this is more leaning. So that I would say that one's more leaning towards a Scotch. If I was going to compare it to anything,
Yeah, I would give
this
that.
one on the nose is more. I would compare it more to a bourbon.
Yeah.
From the vanilla and the raisin and all that. It doesn't have the wood smell that a bourbon has.
No.
Well, I mean, this was done in a pot still, so that would make
help.
sense. But 12 years, smells really good. Time to taste it. It's got a bit of a burn to it.
It does at the beginning.
I'm not really getting any flavor though.
No, it's kind of all up front. And I mean, it has a long burning finish to it. And again, it's not an unpleasant burn, but it is a burn. It's kind of a honey
A
burn.
long burning finish.
Long honey
We'll
burn.
leave those jokes alone.
Long honey burn is what I get on that finish.
Lots of honey up front. It kind of washes everything else out.
A little too much nutmeg spice at the beginning there.
Yeah. It's good.
It is good.
It punches way above its, what is it, 45%?
It feels like a higher ABV, though.
Yeah, it does by a lot. It's 46, so it's 92 proof. It's 46. I mean, I would push that like 105, 110.
Yeah, that definitely punches above its ABV.
We would call that spicy.
Mm-hmm.
It's spicy. Spicy. All right, so.
Interesting.
Okay. So
now I'm getting nervous for the cask strength one, but let's carry on with the red.
So red spot. Now, this was matured in 3 different casks.
Interesting.
Bourbon, sherry, and marsala.
So
is that a sauce?
Is it a wine? Okay.
It is a wine, yes, but it's also a sauce. A little bit more than that.
Interesting. Well, I'm curious. I'll be very curious about this one. The spots. I've been very curious about the spots.
Well, it's taken me a while to collect all 4 of them.
Yes, I remember hearing about this hunt.
It's taken me a while to collect all of them. I've been trying to find the blue spot for quite a while.
You have weeks.
Yep, and it was just this past 2 days ago that I found both of them, one right after another.
That is a lot of acetone right on the nose.
That is not what I want to hear.
That being said, don't be scared. Sometimes the nose, actually, more often than not, the nose does not.
I don't get the acetone. It makes me think of scotch. A good scotch.
Yeah, but see, I like to be able to put my nose in, and this one kind of makes me wrinkle my nose. Doesn't matter, though, because sometimes the nose does not match the palate. Quite often, actually.
46 alcohol by volume.
Yeah.
So it's 92 proof. You're expecting, I mean, I don't know what you're expecting, but I'm not getting burning.
It's mellowing out after a few sniffs, but that initial sniff was like, whew, that's a little up front there.
I mean, I did give you the neck pour.
You mean man. Anyway, a lot of raisin fig.
Yeah.
In that.
Raisin, fig,
burnt
salt
toast.
spray. Burnt toast.
Burnt toast.
I don't know about if I'm getting burnt toast.
In not a bad way.
I would call it peat over burnt toast.
I don't get peat. I get salt.
Salt.
Maybe that's what you're thinking about with the peat.
Yeah.
You just come to associate peat with salt.
I do normally, yeah. Okay.
It gets better on the nose the more you smell it.
It's just adjusting.
Yeah, that's why it's important to let it sit in the glass. It's also why we swirl it on the table here, let it open up a little bit.
Swirl.
Some people even add water. I haven't really gotten into that. Depends. It depends on the one I'm drinking.
So last night we went out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe it was not Stag. It was Stag Junior.
Mm.
That somebody had a hard time drinking until we added water, a couple drops to it. So
it works sometimes. We can get really off topic on that, but it's interesting what it does to a whiskey, because I've had some that are very smoky, peaty up front, and you pop it in there and it's just sweet. You get the smoke, but it brings forward the sweet. So it just depends.
well, it grabs all the oils and moves them to the top.
Mm-hmm.
So that when you add a couple drops of water, that first drink, it's normally more than your initial one, and then from there is when it really mellows out and it takes all those harsh edges off.
Yeah. And that's the reason we got on this tangent, is because the red spot, just the nose on it makes me wonder about.
Now this is a 15-year, I do
A
believe.
little water may help this.
Yep,
But anyway, we'll see.
15-year.
I'm curious about the taste on this one. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. That tastes older than it is, in a good way. Where's the body on this one, though?
Well, it's old. It shriveled away.
Don't make me laugh right after I take a sip.
That's not my fault. You can't hold your liquor.
That doesn't have
It's very short.
the depth of flavor I was expecting for a 15-year.
A lot of 15-year-olds got a lot of flavor for you, huh?
Scotch, Josh. Scotch.
Well, be specific. Wording matters. Phrasing matters. You don't want people thinking bad things about you.
No. Your mind. Gutter. In sync.
I'm just trying to protect you. That's all. So this is hot.
It is. And again, this brings me
Which
back
is
to the whole
weird.
water conversation that you and I were talking about just a minute ago.
So to me, I mean, maybe it's just a different style of Irish whiskey, because that Jameson 18, Redbreast 12, Redbreast 27, all of those have a completely different flavor profile than this.
Yeah, and the reason I went to talk about water, and I just put about 5 drops in this.
That's a lot for that little bit.
Well, they were pinky drops. They weren't like 2 drops. I dipped my finger in. Don't ask. Anyway, so it's probably equivalent to about a drop.
I didn't ask. You
maybe 2
volunteered.
drops. Anyway, the reason I talked about it is because of the nose I was getting. It was a lot of acetone, a lot of alcohol. It was still a good nose, but it had a bit of initial burn. And immediately I was thinking, you know what? I bet a little water is going to help mellow this out a little bit. And we'll find out.
I like the flavors on it.
The answer is yes, it does. It puts the burn that we had talked about behind a little bit more, brings forward a little bit more wheat and grain flavor to it, a little more sweetness than it had.
Now, if
I'm not surprised. I was surprised.
If I'm wanting something that's got the burn but not the kick, this is what I want.
Yeah, but I think I'd be reaching for Redbreast before I'd be reaching for this one.
Oh, I don't want to say I agree, but I agree. I think the 12 is better than
The
this.
Redbreast 12 is better than this.
And vastly cheaper.
Mm-hmm. And you get a little bird feeder with it now.
Now, yeah.
Just throwing that out there. But yes, I think the Redbreast is
This is
better value.
good,
This
but
is good.
it's not $200 good.
No, I don't.
The Jameson 18 is better and it's cheaper.
This really smacks you up front. I don't.
Smacks you up front.
It does though.
As soon as you get on the bus.
Man, I've been on a bus like that once. Whew. Never again. Anyway, long story. The Colfax bus, Denver. Anyway.
Moving on.
You know what I'm talking about.
For those of you that don't, Google's a friend.
Scary times. Anyway, it just hits you up front. A little bit bold, a little too much burn, in my opinion, for what
I like
you're
the
getting.
yellow best so far.
I kind of like the green the best so far.
I mean, each their own.
No, yeah, I agree with you.
Now, if all of those,
I'm a little scared. I'm not going to lie.
Let's see how this cask strength works.
And I'm actually going to prepare a little cat full of water just in case.
Oh, he's so cute.
Well, you know, I have a... Yes, be envious, folks.
I'll even take the neck pour.
Be envious, folks. I have the Glenmorangie pipette for water. Yes. Or not Glenmorangie, sorry. Glencairn. Glencairn brand hand-blown little pipette for my water. So I can put my pinky up while I do that. Anyway.
You should keep making hand gestures. It's fun to watch.
They'll be jealous. Anyway. I'm scared of this one, to be honest with you. After these, I'm a little scared of this one. And I'm glad we waited to the last one for this one.
I like the nose better than the rest of them.
I do like the nose better on this one. There's a few cask strengths that I like a lot. And
This doesn't have that burn that any of the rest had so far.
Mm-mm.
Which is kind of crazy. Maybe the rest of them needed the alcohol to carry the flavor.
Yeah, I'll be curious. The nose on this is good.
All right.
Did you taste it yet?
No, I haven't tasted it yet.
I'm gonna get more cheese if you don't mind.
Yeah. Clean out.
A lot of alcohol.
So on the nose on this one, this to me is more Irish whiskey than anything else up here. Vanilla, hazelnut. You've got that sea spray.
I agree with your profile on there.
Now there is alcohol there,
Oh yeah.
but it's not.
Oh, I
It's
hope
not,
so.
It's not just alcohol.
No. Not like this one where immediately I could tell you that it was going to need some water. And very few whiskeys are like that for me, where I'm like, okay, this needs water for sure.
Well,
This one doesn't burn my nose nearly as much as the rest.
no, it doesn't. I think we did these out of order.
I think we did. I think we did. I'm surprised.
So
Get more apple, plum.
yeah, a lot more
Hazelnut.
fruit forward
Yeah, I completely agree with you. What I said at the beginning, because that's what I like about Irish whiskey. It's a
Irish
little more
whiskey.
fruit forward.
Yeah, unlike the vegetable forward one that we had here. It's funny that it's called Green Spot.
I think that is funny because I do get green on it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's straight up
from
zucchini
the from the nose and the taste. Yeah.
bread. You ready?
Now don't think it doesn't smell like the rest, because it does.
It does.
You can tell it's related to the
Mhm.
rest of these. You can tell it's the same distillery,
Mm-hmm.
but you can also tell that it's different. Where these were very similar on the nose, just different concentrations and whatnot.
Yeah.
This one's completely different.
Mhm.
It's just, if you've ever had like a 30-year versus a 10-year, whether it's bourbon, scotch, doesn't matter, from the same place.
Yeah.
You can tell they're related, even though they don't smell anything like.
Mhm.
That's kind of what this is like. So, I'm ready to taste this. Ooh, that's sweet.
Whoa. That hits more like Irish whiskey does.
That's much better.
So the best one so far is Blue Spot. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there right away.
Now it's hot,
It is hot, but it's...
but it's not spicy.
Yeah. It doesn't need the
Now
water.
the difference between hot and spicy. Hot hits and it's gone.
Yeah.
Spicy lingers
Mhm.
and it feels like heartburn. That to me is the difference between hot and spicy.
This one doesn't wash out your flavor as much either.
No, it doesn't wash out your taste buds.
That's nice, actually. I like this one the best. Of the ones up here, I think we did try them out of order. And, you know, I always put the cask strength at the end because you don't want it to wash out your taste buds. Of them all, I think this is the most sorted.
It's got the most flavor.
Yeah. But it also hides its alcohol well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, so it's cask strength, so you know it's up there. It's a 58.9, so let's just 59%.
Yeah.
So 118 proof.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, our sweet spot is 115 to 125, I've noticed, especially when it comes to bourbon. So it's no surprise that this is kind of the same. Like when we tried that 70 proof rum, or I'm sorry, 70% rum, the 140 proof, that was
an experience.
Crazy. That was outside, just like the Jack Daniels at 132 that we had, that single barrel proof, whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Whereas when we've done other things in the 115 to 125 range, it's been good. So,
well, okay.
I have to say, for me, this is the winner out of all of them. And at $130, I don't know.
Okay, so I've been looking forward to trying the spots.
I have to.
I've really been interested because I've heard a lot about them all.
They're different than other Irish whiskeys.
They are very much different.
Absolutely. If you're going into this thinking Jameson, Teelings, Tullamore Dew, any of that, you're not going to be wrong. Right? You're not going to be there. Now, I do believe this is out of Middleton. The Middleton Distillery. It is. Now, I haven't had any of the Middleton rums.
This is Middleton Distillery
until now. So maybe this is pretty standard for Middleton.
And maybe we should experiment with that later. For now, I think I'll stick with my Tullamore and Teeling. I'm not going to lie.
Out of the three, I'll drink this.
Do you want to put $1 on that, though, value? That makes it harder, doesn't it?
That does make it harder. Do I think it's worth $130?
No.
I'm going to say no. I would say $80.
Mm-hmm.
That's a $50 difference right there. And this is so hard to find.
Yeah.
You're going to pay even more than $130.
I'm going to say
most of the time.
Yeah.
I paid $130 just because this is what we do. And, you know.
There's a few Irish whiskeys that I'd like to try that are still on my list that I'm hunting for that are hard to find. So I'll be curious to compare that and kind of circle back. We may end up doing a re-review at some point.
Yeah.
But
well, we'll re-review everything we've done because our palates and everything have changed since we started.
They do quite a bit, actually.
I mean, since we've started, I know my tastes have changed quite a bit.
I mean, what you and I don't even like the regular blue label anymore.
It's not that I don't like it. It's
don't prefer
just
it. It's pretty plain.
That's not worth $220.
Your tastes do develop. That being said, I drank quite a bit of my Tullamore 12, as well as a Teeling. And of the Irish whiskeys so far, I prefer those two. These are good. These are very interesting. I'm a little more disappointed. I was expecting a lot more from the red spot.
I was too.
The yellow spot. The yellow spot's not bad. If I was going to rank it, that would probably be, I would definitely be the blue spot first.
Blue spot first.
For me, second place would be green spot.
And I would put the yellow spot second.
And you'd probably interchange the green and that.
The green and the yellow would change, and
marginal points of difference.
This would end up being last place, which is sad.
That being said, it deserves some water. It does open up with some water. And it's just something to, something I'd be a little more scientific with if I was to get a full glass of it. I would probably put 5 or 6 drops in. Immediately I noticed
one big ice cube is what I would do.
That works too.
I'd highball it.
Yeah, no, that works. It's still got a good profile. They have good quality. They have good flavor.
No, it's quality, but compared to other things,
if you look in price
to taste, it's failing.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna say failing, but yeah, I would agree with it. Yeah, I think you can do a little bit better.
Not a single one of these are worth what they cost,
or the trouble hunting them down.
Trouble hunting them down. We're not even going to take that into fact.
Yeah, but anyway,
that's fun. That's kind of a fun.
It is kind of fun. So but, I don't know. This is fun though. I don't regret it. I think it's fun, and the blue spot is a bright spot.
Yep, it's a bright spot. I'm glad we did this, even though it took me forever to hunt some of these down. I'm glad I did it.
They're good though.
That's going to be it for me on this one.
Yeah, same. I think we've said everything that needs to be said.
All right, remember, like, comment, subscribe. If you disagree with us, please disagree with us. If you've had any of these, let us know. Let us know what you think. Maybe you have insights we don't, and that could definitely help. We're always looking to gain more knowledge, more information. For all of yous, I'm not from the north. No. For all of you that do comment and provide your knowledge and whatnot. Thank you very much. I just wanted to say that. We reply, but I wanted you to hear me say it. Thank you. Keep up the good work. I'm Josh.
I'm Travis.
Scout Reviews. Have a great day.
Take care.